Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ecodessa Sip and Shop for April. I am Sarisa Richardson, the founder and CEO of Ecodessa. We have so much planned for you today in our programming. So why don't we just get jumped right in with Abigail, our first guest, Abigail Henson, who is the founder and CEO of Farm Girl Juicery. She's going to be helping us mix up a little clean cocktail today. So, hi, Abigail.
Hey, Sarisa, you little cutie. You look gorgeous.
Likewise, so do you. I'm loving this dress on you.
Thank you. It's an Ecodessa, so thank you for dressing me before this segment.
Always my joy. Abigail's wearing our Ellie dress from The Fox and the Mermaid. So, one of the new collections we'll be talking about today. I love that you paired it with a belt. I did the same with my dress.
Yeah, Ashley has everything. She's right here on hand for any accessory. Oh, there's our little hand.
I love it.
Technology, we girls, we have to work as a little team.
Yes,
So
always.
we're here tonight to talk about trends. And in terms of the beverage world, the hottest trend right now for alcoholic beverages is actually no alcohol, believe it or not. So you've heard the term mocktail over and over again. We're now calling them clean cocktails. It's a little more upscale. So you're going to start seeing these in like some of the higher end restaurants. I'm coming to you, Sarisa Sab from Farm Girl Juicery, which is here in Syracuse, New York, located down past our Armory Square area on Salina Street. And so I have this really beautiful array of rainbow cold pressed juices. All different colors, but tonight we're actually going to be working with one of our tonics. We're going to be making a Switchel Spritzer.
Love it.
I'm going to show you how to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to go over some of the benefits, some of the things that are in the tonic. If you decide at the end of this you want to try this at home, it's a very easy recipe, but you could also go to your local juicery or stop by Farm Girl, and pretty much anything we have in our case can very easily become a clean cocktail just by pouring it in a more beautiful glass with a little bit of a garnish. And yeah, so let's get this party started.
I am so excited for this. I've heard you talking about clean cocktails for a while now. We've toyed with the idea of doing a bit of a bar event at some point that might materialize. So tell me, how'd you get into juicing, Abigail, while you're mixing up what you're doing?
Sure. Yeah, so it started over a decade ago. No, it started much longer than that, almost 30 years ago, I guess. My parents are very big into the health scene. They are farmers themselves. We always had kind of like hints and clips and phrases of things of this nature around our house. My sister is a huge inspiration to me. She was 6 years older than me. She was part of the animal rights movement. She was vegan. She was plant-based, like early 90s, before it became like a mainstream thing, or maybe it's like second visitation from the 70s. So yeah, I was young and impressionable, and she was a total inspiration in the sense of showing me what I could do better for my health and my wellness. And she ended up going to Arizona for college. She worked in a little natural food grocery store doing wheatgrass shots. And so like these are all little things that I was like picking up and putting in my pocket along the way. And I just really naturally felt better. I actually felt pretty cool being like a 10 or 12-year-old, like hanging out in these cafes in Flagstaff, Arizona, and then thinking in the back of my mind, like, I want to do this and bring this to my town someday. And,
and here we are.
So we're going to do Switchel, which is something that is actually a century-old recipe that's important to my family. My dad, Mick, the original trendsetter, right?
Yeah.
Taught us how to make Switchel. It's come into popularity over the last decade, a little bit more mainstream, but it's actually something that will be referred to often as like a haymaker's punch.
Oh, okay.
It is to quench your thirst on the farm. So my dad was a hay farmer. We actually have a really beautiful handwritten recipe of my grandfather's of Switchel. So we kind of call it like the original Gatorade. Back in the day, they used it with molasses and a little pinch of salt. And so after you were working a long day on the field, this sourness of the apple cider vinegar or whatever type of vinegar they had, paired with a little bit of the sweetness, paired with some salts for your electrolytes. It was just a really nicely balanced, clean cocktail. Not that these farmers were thinking about a clean, high-end cocktail, but yeah, it's kind of something that got passed down over the ages. We used to make it for my dad for Father's Day, and when I had my first restaurant, we started serving it at the restaurant for brunch. So we're going to make some of that today. It is made of 4 really simple ingredients. Apple cider vinegar, something sweet like a honey, a maple syrup, or molasses.
Okay.
Ginger. We have a cold pressed ginger, and then a little bit of lemon juice.
So that is what you have mixed up for me here, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That is what you have. It's an alkaline water base.
And for those of us watching on Instagram, please join us in the link that is pinned in the comments, because we are actually live on LiveScale. So you can also join that from our website, ecodessa.com, and clicking Sip and Shop. So
I love this new platform, Teresa. It's so cool.
Thank you, Abigail.
Is, like, very cool. I'm really loving being a part of this.
All right, so I'm going to pour a little bit in here.
Yeah, pour a little bit. You're gonna, you shook it up, which is good because it does have that mother in it, which means like essentially where all the good bacteria that helps this product ferment and give it all of its health benefits. That's where it comes from. So we are using Bragg's. It's one of the most, it's the original, it's the true blue. Like, you'll find this in any natural food shop. You can find it at Wegmans. But we actually tonight shopped at the Syracuse Co-op, which is connected right to my little stall in the Salt City Market. And they have such a beautifully curated little grocery shop right in downtown. And we also got our maple syrup from there, which is from local roots. And we're so lucky. We're from upstate New York, and maple syrup is readily available for us.
And very tasty, readily available,
so
and super yummy.
So yummy and so balanced. Like, you have these sour, the sweet, and the spicy. And our taste buds, we're always like, think about your favorite food. It's because everything is there. Like, on one bite, you're getting all of those things equally balanced, something that keeps bringing you back. So the Switchel is actually one of our #1 sellers. And so we're going to mix it up. We have a little bit of apple cider vinegar. I'm not doing like really specific measurements here. I do have an online article.
The best chefs are always like, this is super easy. A little bit of this and of that.
Well, I mean, it really depends on your taste, right? And so, and also, like, I'm not a really good shaker. I already got this, like, kind of full.
Okay.
Because it's getting full.
Shake it.
Ashley gave me the shaker. So we did lemon juice, we did our maple syrup, we did our cold pressed ginger, and what else do we have? Oh, our apple cider vinegar. So the base of this is alkaline water. And you'll see that all of our tonics and our teas are made with alkaline water. And so I don't want to confuse anyone, but I just want to quickly dip into like a little bit of the health benefits of that. Our bodies run very acidic because of our internal pollutants or toxins that we bring with coffee and alcohol, and then our external pollutants with just everything environmental going on around us. And it puts us at a really kind of like slower pace for our immunity, for fighting off disease, for fatigue. So when we drink with alkaline water, it's charged. There's more oxygen in it. It's actually, helping your body to realign, get into that neutral pH zone, and to react better to our external circumstances. So that's kind of a nice kick there. And then with the apple cider vinegar, the #1 thing that we want to think about, we think about our mental health and like what we're digesting, but we don't often think about really like how important our gut health is. We have billions of little organisms swimming around down there. It sounds crazy, sounds disgusting, but if we can take care of them, we're taking care of ourselves. And it's truly like when they say like follow your gut, it's because we're truly like we are controlled, our whole health. That's where it stems from. So take care of your gut, you'll take care of your health. Apple cider vinegar is like a very easy way to add something very easy to your daily regimen to get you going in the right direction. So
it's like a nice detox.
I'm going to shake this up. Yeah, I'm going to shake it up. It's not going everywhere. It's not exploding.
Do you shake it over ice? Yeah.
I put ice in there first. Yeah. Oh, wait. Shoot, I forgot my little ice. Oh, can I have my decorative gifts? Haha. So Ashley gave me these like little ice things because she's a very funky girl.
Love it.
So we have been having fun over here. We have these really, I'm going to take those ones there. I don't know if you can see this.
Uh-huh.
I made these really beautiful little ice
Those
cubes.
are so pretty. They've got like little flowers in them.
Yes.
Oh my God,
One
I love
thing
it.
that is really easy. So like, let's think about a cocktail really quick, right? Like, what is it? It is an expensive drink that we buy at a bar to feel fabulous. And it is a great glass with a cool garnish and a different shaped ice cube. So like, you can elevate any drink you have. If you want to feel fancy drinking your cold pressed juice, pour it into a wine glass, pour it over a beautiful ice cube. So tonight we made these. I don't know if you're quite going to grab it. I'm going to manhandle it with my hand. Another great thing you can do with your cocktail is make the cubes out of what you are pouring it over, especially like if you love iced coffee. Take your leftover coffee from the morning after it cools down, pour it into these, like, you can get any shaped cube from, you know, somewhere at Target or whatever shop you have locally to get these specialty cube trays. And you pour your coffee in there, and then when you want your iced coffee, you use coffee cubes, and same with a cocktail. So we're going to use switchel cubes because we're having a switchel cocktail.
Oh, I love
so
that.
That way, as it is diluting, because oftentimes I'm like, wow, I paid $16 for this cocktail, and now it really just tastes like a glass of ice. So we're using the same element that we use to build the substance of our.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, we've got.
So I did not get the memo about the cubed ice, but for those of you watching on LifeScale and along everywhere, please comment if you've got questions for Abigail also.
And also, if you're in whatever city you're in, whatever town you're in, wherever you are, if you are noticing a clean cocktail trend, if you could tag Farm Girl Juicery in it, because I would really love to be able to follow the growth of this, because I know it's absolutely 2022's #1 beverage trend has been clean cocktail over every magazine I've seen, every food report that I read. You know, Sarisa follows the clothing trend really closely. I'm looking at the food and beverage trends, and I'm really excited to see this explode. So I do want to see how it's happening in your city. If you could hop onto Farm Girl Juicery and, you know, tag us if you see something cool happening in your hometown.
I feel like juice bars and the mocktail trend, like even these alcohol less vodkas and tonics and mixers are coming out everywhere. Yes. So definitely on trend right now.
And think about it, like how many different people do you know have a different reason why they want to stay away from alcohol? I'm not saying no judgment zone too, because like, I'm also having a sip of whiskey over here. So,
well, I was just going to ask before we transition over to the fashion of the day. So I've got this delicious tonic that you've made. So yummy. I'm just going to take a sip of it virgin. And then I was wondering if I were to make it a little dirty cocktail. So since you've got your clean cocktail over there, I'm going to pour, I've got these infused vodkas. They're organic infused by Belvedere. But I've got 3 different flavors and I wanted to get your opinion. So we've got pear and ginger with a drop of honey. And then we have lemon and basil with a touch of elderflower. And then we've got blackberry and lemongrass with a touch of sage. So which one are you suggesting?
Pear and ginger.
All right.
We're going on a little ginger route here. I'm actually going a little bit mule-ish.
So guys, I literally did not measure that. Hopefully it's good.
I think it's going to be perfect for your segment. So another thing really easy with cocktail is, good. Do you enjoy? You tried it without 2, right?
Yeah.
She's like, I didn't measure that. I hope it's okay. I'll just add
a little bit more.
So we're going to just add a quick fizzy. I think sparkling water was last year or the last 2 years. Biggest beverage trend was the sparkling water craze. And this is just like very simple polar. I liked it because it had ginger and a little bit of lime, but not a lot of sweetness.
Perfect.
So I'm just going to fizz this up. And my beautiful assistant, Ashley, gave me this array of beautiful glasses here. But I really love this just like nice, clean, it's like beautiful clean cut glass here. And I'm going to pour this little bit of sparkle on top of that.
And then we can just say a very nice cheers.
Cheers, dear. And I'm going to go glass on glass here. I'm going to get my glass straw. So,
cheers. Thank you so much, Abigail. I really appreciated this like great introduction to our sip and shop. So we've got the sip going. Let's get on with the shop. Abigail, I hear you're going to stay on with us and engage with us in the comments. So definitely please do that. And then if anyone's asking anywhere, just let them know that they can join right on our website, ecodessa.com, by clicking Sip and Shop.
And if anyone is in Syracuse and they do buy something tonight, please come by the stall. We're doing a little $5 off, so you can get
I love
a $3
that.
smoothie, a $3 juice, whatever. So just come in, give us a screenshot of the fact that you bought something from Ecodessa's site tonight, and we will hook you up. And thanks for the collab, Teresa.
Of course. So you guys can please follow and visit Farm Girl Juicery on Instagram, as well as in their various locations throughout Syracuse, but most notably the Salt City Market, which is right in downtown Syracuse. So I'm so thankful that we were able to get her on, because she is a very busy girl with multiple things going on this spring, summer season. So let's welcome in our next guest, Cici, the founder and CEO of Blue District. And while she's coming out, let's bring out our beautiful model, Ariana, who is styled today in Blue District. Hi, Cici.
Hi. Hi. Cheers.
Cheers.
This you have look amazing.
Yes.
Oh my God, she looks so cute too.
She's adorable. So I actually styled her, Cici, with the Onyx skirt from Blue District that we have in the shop. We have 2 of these left, folks. So you can click, if you're looking on our live scale, you can click right on there to buy anything you see today that you love. But Cici, I love these, like this 3-tier layer here. What were you thinking when you came up with this design? Did you have like a theme that you were going for?
This was part of my Moments collection. So I was trying to find something that looks beautiful when you are celebrating special occasions. But also I wanted something that you could just throw on with sneakers and could be casual but still a little chic.
Yeah.
I feel like just a regular length skirt sometimes is not as flowy as the tiers just add a lot of movement. So I love that.
Yeah, anytime I style someone this skirt, I always tell them to give me a little shimmy, because it's just so adorable, like the movement there. So I styled it in a way that's super casual, similar to like you said. So Ariana's got some white tennis shoes on. She's got a little mesh activewear type sweatshirt. And then we put on a Days denim jacket on top, so like a crop jacket. So there's like a ton of different layers to this outfit that I really love that it plays with.
Very cute. You did a great job styling. I love it. She's just ready for the weekend. She could walk around and look cute. And then when her shopping day is over or her walk in the park, throw on some heels and then she's ready for the night. So.
Yep, ready for a girls' night, or even like modify the top for like a little cute sexy top and some sparkly heels. And then that's a perfect night on the town outfit.
Yes.
So I'm gonna have Ariana change into her next look, which is gonna be from Fox and the Mermaid. And that will be the Aaliyah jumpsuit. And while she's doing that, Cici, why don't you tell us about Blue District. When did you found it? Why did you found it? Talk a little bit about the origin story of your brand.
Sure. So I am originally a recording artist, and I worked a lot in the Hollywood scene with stylists. And about 4 years ago, I was ready to shoot my first music video, and I was paired with not naming names, but with a big stylist in Hollywood. And he asked me, what vibe do you want? And I said, I want to look badass. That's the word I used.
Oh, I love that.
So he was like, oh, I got you. And he pulled up a rack of only leather and fur. And that was the first day in my life that I did not see leather and fur. I saw dead bodies.
Oh, wow.
There's this one jacket that was skin toned, and it just looked like dead skin. And I just said, how about something that's made out of faux fur or, not real leather. And at the time, believe it or not, a lot has changed in a very short amount of time. 4 years ago, you can only find faux fur in fast fashion stores like Forever 21, or it looked very cheap and it wasn't great. And he felt very offended and was like, "Who do you think you are? I am the professional. I know what to do." And it was just traumatizing for me because everybody was mad. My manager, my producer, everybody was just like, "Who do you think you are?" And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start my own brand and it's going to be cruelty free and it's going to be badass.
I
So
love
that's
it.
how it really started. I wanted to create something that would look edgy, cool, without any animal. And it was a challenge because the quality of those materials back then were hard to find. It would be like, polyethylene is this PU that you find in leather replacement. It would, like, you wear it a couple of times and it
And it
just
was
like
shred.
shreds and and it creates more plastic particles in the in the universe in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't great. So that was really how it started. And then I started learning about new fabric engineering, like apple leather, mushroom leather, all this stuff.
Cactus
And
leather. There's cactus leather, which is really beautiful.
absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
pineapple too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start learn. So I did the first vegan fashion week in LA in 2019, and while it was great because I got a lot of press from all over the world coming and asking me questions, I realized that I could do better because people were asking me, "What about fair wages? What about
Mm.
for the environment? What about green dyes?" And all these things that I was not necessarily thinking about then because I only wanted to be cruelty free. But
Mm-hmm.
it really pushed me to get better and try to be as sustainable as possible. You can never be perfect, but um, that was that was what really fueled everything. And now I'm really mindful. I'm trying to be as mindful as possible in every aspect of manufacturing and fabric choices and dye processing and fair wages and everything.
Yeah, and I really love that. Really, like when you think about the origin of your brand, it started with your values and what you valued and what you wanted to put out into the world. It's very similar to the ethos that I carry at Ecodessa. So I'm super excited to be working with you. Cici and I are collaborating on designs that she made for Ecodessa, and we will be releasing that a little later. I love the shoulder action.
It says it all. So, woo,
Yes, you
excited.
guys are gonna love it. I can't wait. So let's bring Ariana. So Cici, you are one of 3 brands that I am introducing to our clients today. So this next one that Ariana is wearing is called the Fox and the Mermaid. And similar to you, she focuses on plant-based, non-animal byproduct garments. So all of her fabrics are usually dead stock fabrics or they're handmade using a block printing method, which I'm sure you've heard of. I actually brought a little block here today that we could talk about, but this is from Mata Traders, another one of my favorite brands. So we'll talk a little bit about that in the next garment. But what do you think about this gorgeous jumpsuit?
Very cute. I think you cannot go wrong with a jumpsuit. It's just a one piece and go. It's
So
cozy.
adorable.
It could be really chic. I'm a fan of jumpsuits. I love jumpsuits. I love it with the little white sneakers, but just saying, throw a pair of heels and you just look ready to go for date night or just movies, whatever you want. It's just
Here,
very
Ariana, give
versatile.
them a little close up on that camera. So what I'd love for you to see is the top. So let's actually have you, I styled it with this same day's denim that she had on to make it a little casual. But I like the top of it has these little like spaghetti strap jumper guys. And then like just like the little cut around the bodice, which is really beautiful. I could totally see that with like a long dangly necklace or even a little layered choker necklace. And then I love the bottom of it also, which has like
Yeah.
this beautiful detail, which is, I'm not sure if you could get a little closer on this bottom piece here. Yeah, the detail on that, which is really, really pretty on the print.
Hmm. You know what's great too with these type of necklines? Sometimes, if you have a larger breast, you could be self-conscious about the spaghetti straps, but
Mm.
you can just pair it with a bralette that would
Mm-hmm.
look cute if it shows like around the sides or in the front or even in the back. And it's just a very simple way to feel more secure and still look cute. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of bralettes under any type of V-neck lines.
Like a little lacy bralette would be really cute
Yeah.
with that in the
Hmm.
summer. And then obviously you would steam it. You wouldn't put it in a garment bag and then travel it across town for a sip and shop. But it still looks super gorgeous, and the color is just so ethereal. So all of the garments in the Fox and the Mermaid that we brought in for spring and summer, Cici, have all of these like sort of boho, really beautiful florals, which for some reason I'm seeing everywhere right now. Is it just me, Cici, or are you seeing florals everywhere?
Yes, I love floral.
Mm-hmm.
I really think because of the two past years, we've been a little bit more indoors, and we've been into our pajamas and loungewears. We're very popular because we were all on lockdown. I think
Right.
people now are excited to go out to represent nature, to have colors, patterns. I love florals. It's so happy and
It's like
girly and
hopeful.
very. I love it.
Yeah. So, and I had shared something a little earlier that Pantone had released like research behind the colors, their color scheme that they come out. You know, they come out every year with these color trends. And they'd released that this year's color trends are meant to reflect the hopeful air and the air
Oh,
of like excitement that we all currently have these days. So just like what you're saying. So I really felt that with the Fox and the Mermaid. So was really excited to bring her collection in as well. So
I
thanks,
love that.
Ariana. So I'm gonna have Ariana change into our next look. So this jumpsuit is called the Aaliyah Jumpsuit. Again, it's online at ecodessa.com if you're shopping along. And then if you are watching live on the on our live scale broadcast, you can literally just click the product button that is showing up at the bottom there and shop right from your device. So while she is changing into her next look, I would love Cici to talk a little bit about the vegan, your choice to go vegan, and some of your favorite vegan fabrics, if you have any.
I think any fabric that does not involve the suffering of an animal is great.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people are really against man-made fabric like polyester, nylon, acrylics, and all that. But at the end of the day, it's still better than taking a being's life by force and torture. So that said, I think there are a lot of great plant fabric, um, like linen, flax, bamboo is a super fabric because it doesn't need a lot of water or a lot of maintenance, and it grows a lot. It grows fast.
Mm.
Um, I like rami. Rami is this plant. It's really cool. It's a plant that
Ooh.
looks like linen when you thread it,
Okay.
and it was used back into ancient Egypt to wrap the mummies in.
Oh.
So
So it
it
looks
has
like
entire.
muslin almost.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah. Really
and
cool.
yeah, it's really cool. And all of these fabric you can source anywhere. It's actually pretty common. It's just that people don't choose it for some reason, but it's not more expensive than cotton or cotton is a tricky fabric because if you go down the rabbit hole, you know that it uses a lot of pesticides. Once you harvest it, the soil is pretty much dead for, I don't know if it's decades, but I think
Mm.
a very long time. So it kind of hurts the environment. Of course, it hurts the ecosystem because you don't
Mm-hmm.
have, the what makes a soil great is the little worms and all that stuff that they kill
Yeah.
for cotton harvesting. So organic is always best, but there's also new ways, like ecologically grown cotton. This is what I source. Ecologically grown cotton means that they don't use chemical pesticide. They use natural sort of fertilizer, so you still keep the soil healthy, and it uses less water. So it's a good compromise if you don't want to go all the way to organic cotton because of pricing.
Mm.
Um, you can find a good balance. Um, as far as my vegan journey,
Yeah.
I've been vegan 5 years now. Um, I
That's a
always
good amount
felt
of time, Cici.
it is.
Yeah, 5 years. It's long.
Thank you. You know, I meet people. It's so amazing. I meet people that were born and raised plant based, and
Mm-hmm.
they're very healthy. And because you hear those rumors like, "Oh, you're fine now, but in 3 years you're gonna have deficiencies in this. You're gonna lack that. You're gonna feel bad." And I've met the healthiest people, and they are like 40, 50, 70s, and they've been vegan for decades, if not their whole lifetime. So I just think
Yeah.
it's you just have to eat the nutrients. But
And it's all
I
about how you plan, like how you meal plan, how you life plan. You got to do what makes sense for you. Like I know many people who tried to go vegan and had to like cut it right away, and I think it's because they were going too extreme to begin with. So it's really great to like do what works for you.
I just have to say I'm a foodie. My
Mhm.
my mom was born in North Africa, so meal was a very big deal, and her side of the family is Italian. So as you can imagine, pasta, bread, and a lot of food was every meal for me pretty
Yeah,
much.
all the good things.
There was no way I was going to give up good food. So I really made a conscious effort to find those substitutes, to find a way to make vegan food exciting and delicious. So there's once you start changing your habits, I think it's very easy. There's so many options now, and you just feel good. You feel lighter. I mean, granted, I could have pasta with cheese and bread,
Depending on what you eat, I guess you feel lighter.
but you still feel lighter. But yeah, I just always felt like a connection to animals. So I
Mm,
always thought it was a little weird to eat them.
mm-hmm.
But I was so into cooking that I remember like trying to cook steak and shrimp and fish and all this stuff. And I watched this documentary called What the Health on Netflix, and it basically explains how the pharmaceutical is tied with a lot of food product that are basically making us sick.
Mm,
And it really made sense because I knew that when I had cheese or yogurt, I wouldn't feel that great. I liked the taste, but I wouldn't feel that great.
mm-hmm.
So I knew there was truth to it. And I was just like, let me try cutting it out, and you feel so much better. Like I couldn't go back to
Yeah.
it.
I've been so I have not like eaten meat as a meal in maybe a couple months now. I did it just like phase it out slowly. I still will eat it if it's on the plate. I just choose not to make a meal out of it anymore. And I'm always surprised at how easy it's been so far. So I agree with you. It's all about like you making the decision to do it and then jumping in and phasing it into your life where it fits. So
Definitely.
talking about what fits, let's talk about this
Ooh.
gorgeous outfit that wait, y'all see what I just did there? Let's talk about this gorgeous outfit that Ariana has on. So she is wearing, again, the pants are the Fox and the Mermaid. So that brand, most of their garments are made in India or Guatemala. And then for all of the products that we carry from there, we did indicate where the garments are made. These particular pants are actually block printed. So all of that print is done by hand using
Wow.
wooden carved blocks, sort of like this
Wow.
block here that they dip into a bath of natural based, plant based
Nice.
inks. and then create these beautiful patterns. This is a very ancient technique that's been passed down from generations to generations to generations, and it takes hours and hours and hours to create a run of fabric with these prints, and sometimes multiple different blocks even.
It is so gorgeous. I'm obsessed with this. It looks like she's wearing a long skirt, but it's a pants. First of all, I love those palazzo pants. It's
Yes.
amazing. And the color is just so, it's very trendy right now. These muted blues, and the color is so beautiful. Um, it's just, it's perfect for summer.
Yeah.
It's just
And then
perfect.
I'm always, Cici, tell me what you think. I'm always about like mixing colors, different colors together, as well as mixing sometimes patterns. Like I love doing like pattern on pattern. But in this look, the bottom is super busy in terms of the colors, but what jumps out to me are pastel yellows. So I picked that up with the top. So this top is by a brand J. All. So it's our Shine puff sleeve embroidered sweatshirt. So that's also in our Sip and Shop collection. So I love the yellow, the pop of yellow on top, but picking up that yellow down in the bottom in the pant.
So pretty. I agree. I feel like if you want to put a rule in fashion, which I think there shouldn't be any rules,
No rules.
but I would say when you put a plain collar and you match it with a pattern such as exactly what she's wearing, you're gonna have a more chic ensemble. But when you match pattern, you're going more high fashion. You're gonna look like
Ooh,
somebody who's like really into fashion because
I
it's kind of
love that.
restrained. So you would see that more on the runways or in high fashion magazines. It's not something people would ever, or like if you go into store windows, those fast fashion stores that we all know, you would rarely see two
Pattern
patterns.
on
But if you
pattern.
go to high end boutique, Alexander McQueen or whatever, you're gonna see that type of mix and match. So you could totally do that on a budget. Um,
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
By just being creative with it. I love that tip. Thank you. She's teaching us how to be high end or on a budget. So I did actually bring some vegan handbags. So these are our roll clutches from Street Level. I think honestly the beige, the white, or even the blue would look really
Ooh.
cute. So again, like mixing some of those colors,
Uh-huh.
some of these pastels together.
Yeah.
So love, love, love those
It's
colors
very
together.
Easter colors. That's
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah, very pastel for spring and things like that. So if you guys are watching along, please leave comments. I would love to answer questions that you guys might have. And maybe even if you have questions of Cici about Blue District, definitely feel free to ask. I'm just super excited that we have her tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be part of this.
It's my pleasure, my pleasure. So, and I'm sure we'll be doing a lot more together. So, let's
Anytime.
let's have you, Ariana, go into another look. So we'll have that be our final look for tonight. And while she's changing, Cici, tell me a little bit about the fabrics that you use. Specifically, you'd mentioned you use occasionally dead stock fabrics. Do you use them all the time? How does that work?
So I wanted to offer a good price point. When you it adds up. When you want to be sustainable, you have to be fair wages. You have to be ethical with the people. Then you have to have good fabric. Then working hours are going to be a little bit less because they have the right to you know have
Yeah.
some pauses during the day.
Because we're
That
actually having humane work standards.
exactly that adds up to the cost, and I always wanted to find a way to make my brand affordable because the one thing I heard a lot that was bothering me was, oh, I would shop slow fashion or I would be eco conscious or sustainable, but it's too expensive. And I mean, is it too expensive or is it because we're used to seeing those very low prices. But regardless, I
Mm-hmm.
try to find very creative ways of making things happen. And I spoke with, that was actually my manufacturer's idea in China. I work with a green factory. They're partially solar powered, and they're awesome. And I said, what can I do to have this amazing thing for cheaper? And they said, we have other brand ordering huge quantities, which is also something I don't do because I want to limit waste. So I
Mm-hmm.
only create in small inventories. And they said, what you could do is use the leftovers that they have. And I
Mm.
was like, oh my God, would you do that? And they're like, yes, because otherwise this is just going to become trash. And I said, no, give it to me. Yeah, I'll take it. Basically, it was paid by the other people and it was going to go to trash. So for the workers, it's great. It gives them kind of a second paycheck in the sense. And for me,
Mm-hmm.
it's a very low cost.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the same grade material for cheaper.
Which
So
is awesome because you're able to take these beautiful discarded materials, let's call them that, and turn them into these like super modern designs. That's one of the things that I love about Blues District. Everything that I try to carry at Ecodessa, I always try to think about where this woman is going when she's wearing these garments and the fact that she has to live and do things. So we can't just like always be living in these beautiful boho dresses. And I love that the styles that you create are very wearable. They're very day to day, but still edgy and badass, like you said.
I have to tell you, I was born in France, and French people are very opinionated and very straightforward. And when I first started, I only started with, I was selling my samples because I didn't know how many I should make. So I would make samples of things and be like, oh, do you want it? And people were like, yeah, I'll buy it. So then I was like, okay, cool. And then I started doing small inventory, so on and so forth. And I was in Los Angeles. I would do those very sexy dresses that everyone is wearing in LA. My French friends were like, what is that? Is she a hooker? I'm like, you can't say that. And they were like, no,
You're like,
this is not
no.
how women should dress. This is wrong. So they really made me feel very self-conscious about practicality. What do you wear to work? What does mom wear when she's with her children? Things like
Mm-hmm.
that. That's thanks to them and their very rude comments. I
Well,
would just
thank
have
you
fun with people.
to Cece's friends.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's bring out Ariana's final look of the night, and then we'll get to some chit chat on Ecodessa's new online business model. So, Ariana is wearing the Adeline dress, another one of our favorites from the Fox and the Mermaid. I am obsessed with this ruching up here. So, actually, the dress that I'm wearing also has similar ruching up on the top. So I just love that. It's so super comfortable. And then she's got these like slight puff sleeves. The shoulders can be worn on shoulder or off shoulder, which is really pretty. Oh, she looks so pretty in this. The color and everything looks gorgeous on your skin. And then with the belt, so we tied the belt to the side, but that belt is actually detachable, so you could take it off and just not even have a belt if you're just like a non-belt fussy person. And again, love the print. So this is similar to the print of our Asha dress that we have from the Fox and the Mermaid. But this is called the Adeline dress. So again, if you are watching on live scale, you can just click the button and shop there, or go to ecodessa.com and shop the Sip and Shop April collection. But that is super, super gorgeous, Ariana. Tell me what you think, Cici.
I love this so much. I love the ruching because we all have different
Oh my
body
God, it
types.
has pockets. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I did not
winner!
realize this.
That's that's a winner for sure.
Winner,
You know,
winner.
it goes with so many body types, and I love that it offers that. what you could do with the belt, since it's detachable, if you want it to be really romantic, you can wear it in your hair as a ponytail holder.
So
You know,
cute.
that would be really
So
cute.
Cici was saying you could take the belt and put it in your hair like a ponytail holder to be super romantic. That is adorable, Cici. Or even like a little bow
So
headband, which would be super adorable. It's
She can
giving
even
me.
wear it as a choker too if she wanted to. I don't know if it's a health hazard, but for a photo shoot, if you're just doing a graduation photo shoot, or this dress is a beautiful dress too. Oh my God,
Oh
look how
my
cute.
God, I'm obsessed. It's so
So
cute.
Yeah. This
Oh my
color
God,
is
it's
beautiful.
so pretty. Like just like liven up her whole face even. Like
Yeah.
with the fabric up there. Super pretty.
Yeah, very
So
pretty.
I totally could see this for bridal showers. I could see it for
Absolutely.
graduations. It's very, so the fabric is super lightweight. It's very true to size. So I'm in love, love, love with this print. So much so that we have it in two styles. Ariane, I'm gonna ask you, could you get the other dress actually? Yeah. And then so that they can see the back. So this one is the, I'm sorry, the name of it. So this is the Asha, yes, the Asha dress. So the back of this one is backless and it's got like these little tassels here, which is really, really pretty. So it's very similar to that dress. The only difference is that it has like these little flutter sleeves and that backless.
This is also great when it's backless like that with a tie, because same thing, depending on your chest size, you might want to adjust it differently. And I love that you have that options with either dress. You can have any sort of bust and that would fit you 100%, which is great, because these would be problem areas for most women, you know.
Yeah, I love it. And I love like the low cut of this one, countered with the other one that has like that straight across fit, which is really, really gorgeous. So thank you so much, Ariana. Give us one last twirl in that gorgeous dress. She is just magical in this.
Oh my God,
I
I
am
love
obsessed with it. And I love it with the nude sandals.
So pretty.
So as she heads off and we get ready to talk a little bit about the Ecodessa business move, I really wanted to show off, Cici, a couple of your garments for those who may be shopping with us online. So we did bring in a couple of Blue District items that we still have. So we have one left of this really beautiful dress that I'm obsessed with.
You
guys
look
have
so beautiful in this dress. I have to cut you off and tell you, because
I love it.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. I love the back closure. Like it's a zip closure, but the ruching, guys, and the little like flutter on the bottom is just so, Cici, this dress is so sexy. I just am obsessed with it.
You look amazing in it.
Thank you. So if you guys go on ecodessa.com, you will see the photos of me that she is talking about, but you could also shop that dress. We also have, I think, your own version of Semi-Palazzo Pants with the pleating, which I really, really love the pleating and fabric of these pants here. They're a little high-waisted, and then they've got this scalloped kind of ruffle at the bottom, which is really beautiful, a super lightweight material. Perfect for summer.
Yes, definitely. Also, those pastels, you know, it will go great with anything that you showed.
So we have them in this mauve color as well as this green color, this sage color, which is really pretty. Really gorgeous. And then the last dress I didn't bring, but it's also online, is a really beautiful pink dress. I'm now forgetting the style name of it.
It's tempo.
Yes, the tempo dress. I love that one because that's like a nice long maxi style. Tell me, what is your fave, Cici, to design? A maxi dress or a mini dress? Or a midi?
Ooh. I have to say, like, I have to think about other women when I design, because if it was up to me, I'd be in a muumuu all day. I just like long, comfortable, cozy. But I see so many beautiful women of all shapes and size wearing, you know, short dress and feeling beautiful and confident. And I want to embody that woman into a garment too. So
Oh, I love that.
I just love both. But I'm really, so I'm I'm a winter person, so I love any coats, layer,
Mm-hmm.
sweaters. But when it comes to summer, I would rather long, flowy or linen stuff like that, or just a nice structured light dress as well.
Very
I,
beautiful. Well, Cici, I am so happy that you were able to join us today.
of
Just
course.
thank you so much and for all of the information that you shared. Tell us, how can people keep in touch with you and follow along your beautiful journey?
Well, you can follow me at Shop Blue District on Instagram, or you can find all my collections on my website, which is shopbluedistrict.com. And I'm available if you DM me, I will answer.
Yes, she will. That obviously how the two of us got connected. Also through Fake Movement, whom
Yes.
I also meant to mention. For those of you who are into vegan fashion and looking for vegan fashion brands, Fake Movement is an awesome organization that like keeps a beautiful vetted register of vegan brands, in for which Blue District is one of them. So that was
Yes.
how I learned about you.
Yes, it's vegan and ethical. Jonathan, who's the, I guess, founder, is really very thorough in interviewing every brand and make sure they're ethical and look into the way they're making anything. So if you go to fakemovement.com and you look at, it's called the Fakers, you're gonna have about 100 brands that you can shop from, and you don't have to worry about, they would tell you where it's made, who made it, and all that good stuff that you're we should all be more mindful when we're shopping nowadays, because we really don't know.
Yeah, transparency is not a given in the fashion industry. So
Oh, no.
I love like organizations like mine, Ecodessa, as well as Fake, and then others like Good on You that are helping to bring to make brands a little bit more accountable for their transparency. So
Definitely.
thank you so much, Cici.
Thank you
I'm going to
so
very
much.
much look forward to staying in touch with you,
Of course.
especially as we release our newest find. So all of you, please follow along the journey at ecodessa.com and sign up for our email list where you can learn more about that collection, and you could be the first to shop it. So
Thank you so much for having me. You're so lovely. I love everything that you stand for, your mission. You're a very inspiring woman. I love women in business, as you must guess. And you still keep like a beautiful heart. So thank you so much. It's a blessing to know you. And thank you for inviting me today.
likewise, Cici, thank you for joining me. You enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you, you too.
So, all of you, thank you for joining me. I wanted to thank, we had almost a little over 40 viewers today, almost 50, which is, I think, our biggest one to date since my first one. My first one, we had like 100 people watching. I think everyone was like, Sarisa, what is this sip and what that you're doing? So thank you guys to all of our live viewers today. Before we log off, though, I did share a very bittersweet announcement that our downtown Syracuse location and our satellite location at Nature Time in Syracuse will be closing. There's not an official last date in that space yet, so I'm in transition of moving out of that space into a warehouse slash studio space where we'll do all of our packing and shipping from, and then I'll also have a space where we can have private shopping appointments by appointment only. So while we are still in our downtown Syracuse space until about August or so, I will be doing private shopping appointments for which you can reserve those right online. I really appreciate you guys for being with me through this transitionary period. It was so bittersweet to make that decision, but it really is the best decision for you who are supporting me at Ecodessa. What I've learned throughout this journey so far is how to support you. I know that many of you are looking for sustainable fashion brands and can't find them. I know the touch and feel is very important to you, and being able to try them on is important. So we will absolutely still have pop-ups Now our pop-ups don't have to just be contained to Syracuse, but we'll be traveling around and doing some non-local pop-ups as well. So please feel free to invite Ecodessa. And then moving to an online only model will allow me to keep our inventory in check as opposed to having it on the floor and someone placing an order with someone checking out, which doesn't happen often, but it is a risk. So it's certainly easier to manage. But definitely what I would love for you all to know is, one, we will still be having in-person opportunities for you to shop. That is very important to me. Two, I am making huge investments in our online platform. So, and in the Ecodessa business as well. So Ecodessa is not going out of business. Those two locations are just closing and we're relocating to online. So there will not be some huge closing sale. We are not selling all of our fixtures because those will be moving into our new location on a smaller scale. So definitely please stick with me on this journey. Our next event will be sometime in May or at the latest June, and it will be awesome. I promise you, if you've never been to an Ecodessa event, you are in for a treat, just like for our sip and shops. And about that, we will continue to have sip and shops. If you liked the live scale platform, please let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know that too. There's no use in me investing in all of these beautiful things if you guys don't think they're worth it. So certainly let me know. One thing we will not be getting rid of though is this production team. So can y'all tell me how awesome officially unofficial is? So thank you to them for continuing to level up our sip and shop production. And thank all of you for continuing to shop along. Remember, our downtown showroom will be open tomorrow and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. so that you can shop the beautiful finds that we showed today. And then we will be moving to a private appointment only model where you can make those reservations online. So until next sip and shop, cheers, and thank you so much for joining tonight. Oh, wait, sorry, before I go, comments. Sipping ginger ale. What's your favorite cocktail? To Anna. My favorite cocktail is a dirty martini. So thanks for asking that, Anna. Do we have any other comments anywhere else that I missed?
We have Cassandra and we have Legal.
Oh, Legally Ivy. So this is my new lawyer, guys. She's going to help me get right with my trademarks here. We're going to try and do some really interesting things with Sip and Shop soon. So really excited to be working with her. What comments does she have?
She said, very cute. I love that.
Oh, awesome.
And so Cassandra was liking the comfy pockets.
Okay. Oh, the question on Instagram about my dress. So my dress is from Dynasty George. I am obsessed with it. It's called the Clementine. I'm actually going to step out a little bit so that you can see the full length. So Dynasty George is a beautiful Black woman-owned brand. She's been really just fast growing. I'm just obsessed with her lately. And I am actually her first retail client. So I'm the first retailer to carry her brand. And I don't know why, because it's so gorgeous. I think this will become my favorite dress. So I currently paired it with one of Anna's beautiful belts. But I'm going to take it off so you can see the actual belt dress. And then the weight of it, I love like how thick the fabric is. It's really like a nice substantial fabric. So that's what it looks like with no belt. This is a perfect sort of mom around town. I love the idea of it with like a jean jacket even, and some tennis shoes and some booties or something. So you will absolutely see me style the heck out of this gorgeous number. All right, so with that said, if there are no more comments, my darlings, and no more questions about Ecodessa going online, I will say, please shop the collection on ecodessa.com and sign up for our email list to stay tuned with all of the awesomeness that is going on. Cheers.